Literally. This is insane. We only have 8 cards left. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. Oh my gosh. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Thank you all so much for taking the time to support the channel. I hope you're all having a magical day. This is the deck of the year. 2021's coming to a close. The world's greatest deck for you guys today. I don't know. It's going to be dependent on what you think is fun in Magic, but this deck is absolutely wacky. We're copying Storm the Festival in one turn 9 times. Storm the Festival, you guys. It's a Landfall deck as well. It's absolutely silly. We're going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies held within, showcase all of this within the gameplay footage, and then wrap up with our final thoughts. So make sure to leave a like on the video. It really does help support the channel, and you can also subscribe if you don't want to miss out on more cool decks just like this as we come into year end. Setting a high bar. I don't know how we're going to beat this deck. Let's take a look. DopeDeck.com is a 60-card Alchemy build with a 4.2 average mana value. There's 17 creatures to the 19 non-creatures, 24 land in the build. It really focuses on 2 colors, green and blue, but we have, the remaining white and red to fill out that 4-color Omnath or Landfall build. It is very much a mid-range deck that we focus on spell cost reduction and spell copying, which is very cool. So first things first, we need to ramp with the deck. The Lotus Cobra will help us get that job done. A 2/1 on turn 2 with Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. This is absolutely fantastic as it will help us go further on into our deck. And on a bonus note, the deck has the ability to play more than 1 land per turn, which is really cool. So things that will allow us to play multiple lands per turn: settle the wilds for 3 mana, seek a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then seek a permanent card with mana value equal to the number of lands you control. This is phenomenal. If you're casting this on turn 3 with the land, that 4th land comes out, you're going to grab yourselves Key to the Archives right into your hand as a seek, and you've guaranteed that you have the mana to cast it. Good news. We also utilize Ren and 7. Put any number of land cards from your hand into the battlefield tapped as her 0 loyalty ability for 5 mana as a 5 loyalty planeswalker with a few other abilities. +1, revealing the top 4 cards of your library. Put all land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest into the bottom of your graveyard. We talked about the 0 ability, putting all the lands from our hand in tapped. That's going to trigger the Cobra, among other things. Then -3, create a Tree Folk with reach, and its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. Or -8, return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size, which is a very, very good in this build. Moving on, we can ramp not only through the Cobra, but in a similar fashion via Omnath, Locus of Creation for 5 mana, 1 of each color minus black, the 4 that we have in the build, and 1 generic. When it enters the battlefield, scry 1. The Landfall ability is whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, gain 4 life. The next time this turn that happens, add red, green, white, and blue to our mana pool. Really cool. And then the 3rd time, deal 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control, which is fairly decent as well. So playing the 3 lands on top of Omnath is possible, not only through Settle, through Ren, but also through Storm the Festival, which can place lands into the field as well. For 6 mana, as a sorcery speed spell, looking at the top 5 cards of our library, putting up to 2 permanent cards with mana value 5 or less from among them into the battlefield, the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. Flashback for 10. This is so expensive. So that's why it's really important in the build to be ramping, filling the field with not only lands, but mana sources like Key to the Archive, the Landfall mana rampers like the Cobra and Omnath and Ren to keep things consistently growing to that 10 mana special for Storm the Festival. So this is just the start of things. We can also do what I call a reduced ramp through Geist, it is Geist Channeler for 2 mana, a 1/3, and whenever Geist Channeler enters the battlefield, choose an instant or sorcery card in your hand with mana value 3 or greater. It perpetually gains this spell cost 2 less to cast. This on Storm is fantastic because it goes from 6 down to 4, and then from the graveyard via flashback being reduced from 10 to 8. Very, very good. The Geist Channeler can be cast multiple times to reduce the Storm down to as little as 3. You can keep reducing the flashback cost as well, so it'll be 3 the first time, even though, say, it's -4, and then from the grave, that -4 now comes into effect. We also have Discover the Formula, and if you have the Geist Channeler in your hand, you may want to do the formula first, but it's up to you. For 6 mana, instant speed, seek 3 non-land cards, then non-land cards in your hand perpetually gain this spell cost 1 less to cast. So it's like the Geist Channeler, but on everything, which is very, very good. It's going to get you the draw, reduces everything, which is quite nice. But what it doesn't do is fill the field with permanents immediately. Both very, very good. Key to the Archive, of course, has the spell book, which is bonkers. You know, everything in here is good. It's absolutely, you know, I've said phenomenal so many times, but it's bonkers, you guys. Key to the Archive is really good. And then we have the Wrangler, in which we will discard with the key, because when the key drafts, we have to discard. Put the Wrangler in your grave, and then you can discard lands from your hand to conjure a 5/5 into your hand, which is great. Just spending your excess mana on that late game. You know, you get a big body, and it's something to discard that still provides value to you later on in game. The Geist of Regret is where things get goofy. So, you know, we want to ramp into Storm the Festival, but what we really want to do is copy it. Like I said at the start of this video, I think I cast Storm the Festival / copied it 9 times in one turn, which is, it's silly. It plays your entire deck. So the Geist for 5 mana is a 4/5 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, put a random instant card from your library into your graveyard, then put a random sorcery card from your library into your graveyard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Yeah. So the Storm the Festival grabs the Geist, puts it in play, and the next time we cast Storm the Festival through the flashback from the grave, it will actually be copied via the Geist. You can stack copies of the Geist through Storm the Festival and then copy multiple times. Holy moly, you guys. This is some weird gameplay. You will be generating more mana than you know what to do with. More permanents into play than you really know what to deal with. The play lines are weird. Before you cast Storm the Festival, utilize Ren and 7's loyalty, because you're going to pull another Ren and 7, and you're like, oh, well, I've not used her yet. It's like, I guess I'll put it in. So make sure you get the value from that first, before the festival, in case you get another copy, and then you can use that second one as well. Other than that, you just slap Storm the Festival as many times as you can. You guys are going to really enjoy this deck, I'm sure. Forsaken Crossroads, the Cascade, the Pathways, in here for consistency. We can really do whatever we want with our mana base because of the Cobra, because of the key, and because of the Forsaken Crossroads. So, that's it. Enjoy. We have some really cool gameplay for you footage. Gameplay footage for you. And then after that, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts. Enjoy. Make sure to like the video, show your support, subscribe to the channel, check out that link. Alright, I can't get away from this guy. Even in the play queue, he's right here. Web Death, one of my faithful community moderators. In the house. Let's toss Settle and see how bad we get beat up. If I know Web like I think I do, this is going to be a janky match, you guys. Web's a fairly competitive player, so when they're in the play queue, they're up to no good. This is the magic we need. Although it seems they're being fairly aggressive. Cobra out. Branch Loft will still be a forest. And then we key. He gets us into Storm. Oh my, 1, 2, 3. Yikes, this is bad news. Make Black Source to scare them. Let's just clean up the field. We're chilling. We're chilling. That's not a great turn for us, but it's doing stuff. I don't want to lose my Cobra to Day of Judgment, but at a certain point, we're absolutely hooped here. Absolutely hooped. If they play a hook, we're super screwed. Hit for 3. 4 mana. We're down to 13. I don't really see a way out of this. This isn't jank at all. This is a competitive deck. Another Twitch. Land out. I think a white source. That puts us at 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do Settle the Wilds first. Play land, generate the mana. And just clean up, right? Yeah. It's not good. A Deadly Dispute. Woo! That is nice to refill the hand, for sure. The Breach to kill the key. Which makes sense. Right, that's good. It's going to eat up the majority of their turn, though, is the thing. Holy Blood tokens, Bill. So that's just good game with the brushstroke, right? They have 5 damage just through the blood. We lose the key. They shouldn't worry, but they should just go straight for us, but... to each their own. Big money, big money, big money. We need the Geist. Omnath is great too. It's just we're dead. You know what I mean? Like without any life gain, which we do have from Omnath. Could be good. Land stays right there because I need that. I need that land. We've not reduced Storm the Festival. It's pretty expensive at 10. But if we can somehow double drop lands, that's always great. Adds a lot of mana. They're thinking good game. They play another brushstroke and just go to town. I'd assume. 5 mana, they could play to 6. Test summoning out. Meat hook for 0, which is fantastic. Storm the Festival again. Two more Geist. This is getting real weird. We should have drawn a land. That would have been better. Life gain's always good. No attacks, just chilling. We need Ren and 7 in play. Draw land, play Ren. No, that doesn't work. Bellslinger's very good. Do they do that damage directly to us? No, they're just gonna grab some cards here, which is fine. They're looking for another brush stroke. We lose Omnath. Kind of a bummer. Right when we needed him most.
Do not underestimate the forest because of its beauty. Heed the trees. They prepare for war.
No attacks. Yeah, we're in a weird spot where we didn't get to reduce the cost of any of our goodies. Killed our key, which was our mana ramp. That signifies that they'll win the game for sure. Grab some land.
We can foster much growth here.
Omnath to the grave, of course. Approach of the Second Sun could win us the game. Some crazy life gain. I don't know if we played first or not. Let's just toss that real quick. That's safe to play. Let's take the turn. We have the key to cast Storm the Festival again. Let's swing for 12. On to 14. We're in danger. Oh, now that's got flying. That's also dangerous. So many blood tokens, man. Want to pass for Loath? No, that means they want to remove? Yeah, because they can remove the loyalty counters. As well. So we have a bunch of mana. Let's Storm for like an ultra copy. There's so many copies of Geist. We have nothing to reduce. So let's take the lands. Take the key. Cobra. The key takes Second Sun. Discard the land. We take the Cobra and the land. That's going to get us some more mana. We need green and white. And then Omnath and key. Land goes. A secondary approach. Oh, we've got to discard one. Dang. That part hurt. We should have plus first, then we would have had land. Take a little dig.
Power grows.
The thinner we can get our library before the approach goes out, the better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, yes, yes. Green, white. We'll also gain some life, which is pretty cool. And then it's a fairly big hit again, I think. Try to kill that blood bat. Down to 6. We're at 20 life. Holy Toledos. Yikes. So this is going to be bad. This is a lot of damage here. And they just want to draw a second copy of the brush stroke, right? This is also all on our end step. Not great. We're doing a good job, though. Look at the value we assembled. That triple Storm the Festival was ridiculous. Let's see if we can survive. Because we also have another triple Storm the Festival. In fact, we can cast both of those storms. Just looking for Second Sun to win the game. But I also think we have lethal close to, maybe, we'll see. All it takes is another Blood Artist to totally throw this around. They're getting dirty, right? They're digging through their deck, looking for the answer. Making a treasure here, drawing 2, drafting from the spell book. There's a lot going on. These are 2 very value-oriented decks. Yikes. To the top of the library, not good. They can draw and discard to grab that. Right? Sack the blood token, draw the artist, play the artist. Basically win the game. It's such a good card. No, I think we're okay here. Like, I honestly think we might get through it. Webb's a nice guy. They're going to let us finish the match here, I'm sure, as well, too, which is always great. Okay, they have 3 available mana. Is that enough to kill us? No. So close. Down to 7. We lose our Snick. We lose the Snick! Let's triple storm. It's just fun. Take the Snick. Take the land. Land can be green. Do we want that on top? Don't think we do here, because it's not a permanent. Green. We recast. Or another Geist. Nice. Let's take the land again. Whatever. Be white. Let's just try to speed up. I feel bad for being so slow. Omnath grabs us a bunch of mana. Oh no! We milled our Second Sun. We might mill ourselves. But it's just the fun of it. Another land. We'll keep the big Ren. I don't even know if I activated the first one. I don't think we did. Woof. Right, it's just crazy. Crazy times. Literally. This is insane. We only have 8 cards left. I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna do it. Oh my gosh. Keep the new one. I don't think we've activated one yet. Let's take all of the land, right? We want all of the land. Holy Toledos. We're out of cards, you guys. I had to do it, though. I had to do it. Just casually burn through the whole deck, you know. Nothing serious.
We blossom
Actually,
and thrive.
limit 0. We don't want to do that. We want to do this. Discard the land. And then get the beast in play. It's an option. It's an option. Let's do it again. We should be doing this from our grave, but it's fun right now. Let's take our swingle. I feel bad for making the guy wait. We should probably just add all runs Epiphany in the deck and always win. But I guess that actually gets the job done too. I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. On the draw, hand looks pretty bad. I will mulligan this. Keeping this, it's much better. Throw a settle. Turn to Cobra. Turn 3, settle. Turn 4. Omnath, I hope. Second Cobra could also come in handy. What kind of time frame do we have before the hook hits? The first Cobra will die to the Ghast sacrifice. I fully expect that here. Not good, man. Oh, they just grasp it. That's interesting. The second will die to the gas. Down to 18. The witch in play. Cobra's out. Forced in play. Not much happening there. Can it survive? No. There it goes. Cobra is now dead. Both Cobras assassinated. Blood Fountain, interesting. Creates the blood token. Sacrifice it for 4 mana. Return 2 cards from your graveyard. Creature cards. Woof. It's a card you don't see often, but I'm happy to see it. It's not a hook, right? It's not a brush stroke. They should just have called it the blood stroke. You know what I mean? Why beat around the brush? There's Twitch. 2 cards left in their hand. Another Fountain. This doesn't look terrible for us. Other than we can't draw land. Most likely get the key here. For next turn. And that's great news, right? So, worst case scenario, we have a key. And then we have an Omnath. And then we have a Storm of the Festival. And that's great. That's going to be good news. Five available mana. Blood token can discard to draw. I mean, they're getting us. 8 more turns and we're dead. There is the discard land. Draw a new card. 4 available mana. What couldn't they cast? That's another witch. Key in play. draft an amazing card. Like Time Warp, question mark? I feel like that's the one. And we will discard... Renin 7? That feels really bad. Land and play. 5, 6, 7 available mana. Hit for 3. Low in play. That is very good.
Little thing, that I may see you better.
Yikes.
I will cull the weak.
Would leave us 3 mana. We would just gain. Let's go right for it. Big money, big money, big money. Yes. There's the Time Warp.
And you will rot at their roots.
We want to draw. No, that won't work. Just make the blocker. Land and play, that's fine. We need to get this Geist in action. And then we can copy the Storm.
I always reward the loyal.
We have 8 available mana. Should be 9. We can Geist, Time Warp, and then Storm the Festival, right? So this is dead anyways. We just let it happen. Ouch.
The heat has become
Do they hook us?
unbearable.
Are they lucky enough to have top decked a hook? They would only be able to hit... Oh no, they have 6, 7. So yeah, hook for 5 wouldn't quite get the job done. Doesn't hurt though. Yikes. It's a lot of damage.
In exchange for
We're down to 7, and they get a triple draw. They take the exile. They need a creature to exile, but they'll make the spiders. Woo! Ay caramba. Mono Black's a hard deck to beat. Loath and the Meat Hook are simply amazing. We do have our perfect play line though here. Be a red source. Tap. Guess we didn't need to untap, but it's probably should have been a scratch. Take a turn for 7. No creatures to create to exile us. Our turn. Festival. It gets copied. Take Cobra. And another Geist. Use double key. It is pretty good, isn't it? Another Time Warp. Discard Omnath, sadly. Another Time Warp. Discard a Time Warp. Let's take a big hit. Down to 6. This key is so silly. The key is absolutely bonkers. We really should use Liar in the build and copy these Time Warps. But at the same time, you shouldn't rely on getting Time Warp from the key to win matches. That's really silly. It just happens to help sometimes. I think we're gonna get roped here. This is probably all she wrote. Many apologies, my friend. Agadim's Awakening? I mean, we are low on life. They might be able to kill us. There's no Blood Artist in the graveyard, though, so that's good news. Yeah. Straight roped. Boy. Womp, womp, womp. They'll make their move. The Twitch is back in play. The Ghast is back in play. And we hit him with the Hita. We hit him with the Hita. That's just lethal, right? Very good game indeed. We get pretty lucky. Going first is great. All we need is the third land, which I believe we will get. It can be of any color, which is exciting. It is. Painter in play. Wilds. For the key. Decent. Do we draw that fifth land? It would need to be a white source. Moonveil in play. Yikes. On turn 3 is a 5/5. Wow. It's not an island. I'm gonna get hit so hard. Discard the Wrangler. We can use this ability from the grave still, which is cool, to just bring in 5/5s. Its primary feature is to be discarded. Right? That's what I'm good for. It's not bad. I mean, just a 5/5 engine off land is actually phenomenal. Orb of the Dragoon. Moonveil does not discard a hand of 4. Hit for 6, though, is, like, not great. Most worried of Emmerstrom Predator with the Indestructible. I mean, we could just go straight for Omnath. We have 7 mana. We could draw to 8, which would be Omnath, then Settles. Omnath, land, Settles, land, then we're up to 4. Can't spend 4 on much. It's not it. Let's just key it up. We still have Settle that we could do here. We don't really need to draw a specific thing. I feel like a counterspell could come in handy at some point. We'll toss a Geist. We have 2. And then settle. Just the more land we have out, the better. Okay. So 4, 10 available mana. Grab a dragon. They play the dragon. We wipe the field. Hold up a counter spell on their turn. Ooh! We'll have to sack a land though here, it looks like. Townraiser Tyrant is very good. We will have to sacrifice as we're taking 6 damage here as well. Don't want to go down to 5. Destroy the field. We still have 5 mana. I think the life gain is very important. That can go. Play the land, green source. Gain a life, right? That kind of mitigates one of the dragon hits. And that will give us still the 10 available mana. We can Geist for 5. Don't really have anything playable from the grave for 4, which means we hold up the counter spell. And then, fingers crossed, we get Storm of the Festival to the grave. Woof. Okay. They're still in it. Oh. Get one of each. We just want the land for now. We can counter Moonveil, which is good. It's a draw engine for them, right? And then we're copying Storm the Festival. It's a good matchup against dragons, I feel like. Getting in the air is super helpful. The life gain is great as well. Rope is out. Leyline Tyrant. Interesting. Still gonna counter it. No blocks. We take the damage in case they have a Dragon's Fire at 4. It's much more important to copy Storm the Festival. We Festival first, in case we pull a Omnath or Landfall. Could be a snake too. Free copy. Nice. That's cool, man. Really? That's brutal. What a world we live in.
Destroy the gifts nature grows.
This will stop the dragons fairly effectively. That's the saddest Storm the Festival I've ever seen. Let's pass over. No attacks. We're chilling. Do we do this? Yeah. You're not into it. This will be a blue source. That's actually really good. Settle the Wild into key is like fucked up. Don't be an idiot. Nah, you guys. Panic Cell. That's alright. Draw and fight. I don't know if there is. Sounds too good to be true. These are such good cards. Oh, we have to discard. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Might regret that. What else would be really good with the Geist other than Storm? Or should we not go too far into it? That seems fine. Everything seems okay, you guys. Don't worry about the deck. It's totally fair and playable. Oh man, that is not good. Storm of the Festival into a key? Yikes. I will spit my coffee up there. I'm gonna try to keep it alive if I can. Not that we even have any lands. Watch this. This is so fucked up, you guys.
Harm the trees, and you will rot at their roots. Heed the trees. They prepare
Wow.
for war.
Wow. Shout out to guy that plays bass. Man, that's a sick combo. Or I guess you call it just a synergy, but goddamn, man. Goddamn. That was insane. Two Storm the Festivals? That's not right. That's not okay, man. That's like abusive. You know what I mean? We're gonna get reports filed here. Bass. Not a bass, he plays the bass. Slaps the fucking fish, baby. You never seen that? You slap at a fish. That fish slaps, absolutely. There it is. There's our little flapper. That's funny. Really happy with the deck we made. Getting rocked by the shuffler? No! It happens. In chunks. Why would we ever? No, just like leave it there, right? Not without land, it doesn't. Womp womp womp. We would have 5 land. I guess this is a Simic ramp deck, but it ends up having 4 colors. It's really only a Simic deck with all... For fuck's sakes. Did someone say the shuffler was acting up? I see it. Nice. If I don't get my next land, I'm out. I don't think we'll get there, but maybe. 2 turns behind, at least.
I will protect Innistrad's forest.
The deck still slaps. We're getting pummeled. Such a slow start for us.
From root to canopy, the trees are mighty.
Nice. I think we're still gonna lose this because we're so far behind, but holy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage they do to us if we wipe the field.
We can foster much growth here.
I don't know how to make it out of this alive. We're doing so much better than we should be, though. Like, I'm really happy with this deck. Great.
Rich soil grows mighty forests.
This gets copied. This deck fucking slaps, you guys! Holy shit! All right. So what we've discovered is something that is absolutely disgusting. I believe that we could turn this into a one-turn kill deck, or OTK, with the right cards. Obviously, it could be as easy as Alrund's Epiphany, as Lear, right? These would definitely get the job done as an X equals spell, right? Because we generate so much mana that we could do X equals whatever. So there's a whole bunch of different ways that we could go with this, which I'm fairly excited to see. If we did use Liar, it puts an emphasis on the Time Warp, because we can cast Time Warp from our hand, and then we can recast it from the grave, copying it a bunch with the Geist. So if we have the Lear, right, which is a 5-drop, Storm the Festival puts it in play. It now activates Settle the Wilds from our graveyard to be played. It activates Discover the Formula. Not a lot. Maybe we add Divide by Zero as well. However, we would have, you know, a fantastic opportunity to cast a Time Warp many times that are copied through the Regent, just like we did Storm the Festival, playing it 9 times in one turn. If you copied a turn spell 9 times, there's literally no way to lose that match. If you did, I would be just amazed. So I know it's gross and you guys don't want to see it. I think that's where it goes next. Uh-oh! With that being said, I do believe that there are multiple ways that we could take this to a one-turn kill, whether it be damaged base, crackling fire, take all those turns you want. There's a lot going on here, and I think that this is just a really nice base build, and then we can branch off in different directions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a magical day. Like the video on your way out. It really does help. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more cool decks like this. And yeah, have a magical day. Take care.